faith in it, you know, and had faith in each other. But to see it actually land was just nuts.
I would also imagine when you start to see fan art, tattoos, how many Be Your Own Anchor tattoos have you seen over the years, right?
Tattoos are sick.
It's amazing. That is the tattoo part is really it's amazing. I mean, I'm sure other people have been asked, can you write something down because I want to make it into a tattoo? I mean, our fans are hardcore. Did you guys know that scene, that line would resonate at the time, Be Your Own Anchor? Are you surprised at the shelf life that that's had and how it means so much to so many people?
I have a confession. I don't think I read a script after season 2. That's the truth.
It's very difficult.
And I'm gonna say, Jeff, I'm gonna say something else because I thought of this earlier. I'm pretty sure I could name all the characters on the screen. Like if I look, like obviously I know like that's Dylan Stiles, and then you know, but like some of these people, I don't even remember working with them. And I was never going to tell this story, and then I'll leave it alone. But there were times, not only did I not read the scripts, but I thought I was allowed not to read the scripts because Coach had no idea what was going on outside of his universe. So I thought this kept it pure. But there was a line that I never understood in the script. And I asked another director, a friend of mine, I said, I don't know what this line means. And the director said, just show up on the set, say it the way you want to say it. And if it's wrong, they'll correct you. And I did it. And it's one of the most quoted lines on the show. And the line is, the bigger they are, the bigger they are. And here's the thing. Jeff and I got together recently, and Jeff said to me, the minute I knew you understood your character was when you nailed that line. The bigger they are, the bigger they are. And I didn't have the heart to tell you, Jeff, and I'm telling you right now, I have no idea what that line means.
I think that's the beauty of it, dude. I think that's why it works.
Yeah.
Most of my direction for Orny was just have him yell it.
Louder.
Orny, also, I love the 180 from you. Like, literally just went on about how great the scripts were and how tight it was, and then you just like said that you didn't read any.
Well, because I read the first season and I trusted the script and the writers.
Yeah.
And I knew. But I mean, when people say your character's so funny on Teen Wolf, I really credit the writers because I think it's the way they put me in that show. The fact that people say there should be more Coach, they're probably wrong. The fact that there was less is why it probably works.
For the folks that did join a little bit later, were any of you guys watching the show prior to joining?
Yes. It was so crazy. Like, I remember one of my best friends, we would like skate, and literally like he was teaching me how to do a skating trick. I was just getting it. He's like, yo, what time is it? I think it was like 8 or something. He sprinted. He literally just sprinted. He's like, I gotta go watch Teen Wolf. And I was like, oh my God. So I ended up going to watch it with him. And then like years later, I'm on the show. I'm extremely nervous, but like everyone said, dude, everyone's so cool. Everyone's amazing. So that nervousness just like, and it was just like fun. It was like a school. It was a vacation. It was therapy. It was all encompassing for the artists and for the audience, and glad to be a part of it for sure.
I love you, dude.
There is something actually kind of what you just said, like the fact that you're in all of these high school sets. I feel like I remember joining the show with Max, and suddenly you have that mindset as both, you know, the actor and as the character. It's like, oh, I'm going back to school.
I was a kid again. I was a kid. Again. I was allowed to be. Like everyone had this youthful just energy that was encouraged, that I actually was just, it was a relief because, and I think it was also, you know, we were on the high school set, but everyone was just so comfortable with themselves and just, yeah, it was very freeing to be a part of it.
You're talking about me, right, with the youthful thing?
100%, especially with the stash.
Love that stash.
I don't think I knew what I was getting myself into. I feel like I kind of stole from what you guys started. Like I just joined season 3 and here was all like this amazingness. And I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. All I knew is that I had heard the actors were amazing on the show. So I was excited about that because at the time, that's all I cared about. Just cool people, a nice place to be. And then I got there and I was like, holy this is like a proper, incredible show with amazing people. I didn't know about the fandom. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't have an Instagram when I joined Teen Wolf. Like, everything's just completely changed. I think it changed a lot of our lives.
It reminded me a lot of high school as well. Kind of like when I was a freshman and I'd go into the changing room and you're like, oh, I'm in high school now. And then everyone would just be like huge. And you're like, oh. I remember the main part, like, I remember getting the job and you're like, all right, it's going to be chill. It's Teen Wolf, whatever. And Jeff, you created like the most hyper erotic, masculine show. I think you invented male shirtlessness on television.
You guys all missed the shirtless scenes? I'm surprised no one's shirtless today.
I don't think I ever did a shirtless scene.
I was actually shirtless a lot.
I will do it.
I came in that way and left that way as well.
Who do you think was shirtless the most? Who logged the most hours?
Ryan. I think Kelly.
Someone's got to have come
Ryan.
somewhere,
Ryan.
right?
Yeah.
Arden, for you, I mean, had you ever done that degree of like stunt work prior to coming to a project like this? Was there a big learning curve for you?
No, I had not done that much stunt work. I was really thrown into it. I remember the best part of like leaving set would be like if I have to get gas and I'd be like covered in blood and dirt and I'd forget because we'd been on set for hours and I'm like pumping the gas and I just like see people staring at me, looking at me like I had just left a murder crime scene. I'm just like,
it's Teen Wolf. Sprayberry, who was the first person you bonded with on set?
I swear to God, if you don't say me, I'm gonna come over to your house and I'm gonna put my foot in your ass.
Come on over. Oh God. Anyways, wow, I got all hot and sweaty. When I auditioned for Liam, I went to the networks and I met Dylan and Tyler on the same day. They came in to read with me, and it was really, really fun. But yeah, I met them when we were talking about like skateboarding and talking about poop and talking about like punk music. And I was like 15 or 16. Like I literally came from school and I was so nervous. Like I was the type of kid that was getting nervous in every single audition, like shaking and like just freaking out. And they made me feel so like I was with my friends at school. I just feel like that was even just a really big part of why I did well, because I bombed auditions so much from just being nervous. And I was like one of the very few auditions that I ever did where I didn't feel nervous at all, and it was because of them.
It's always funny to hear, like, from the actor's perspective of how the audition goes, right? Because, I mean, it's obviously, like, always completely different and completely down to stuff. Because, Jeff, confirm if I'm wrong, but, I mean, I don't think there was a single second that after Dill left the room that any of us were, like, not looking around going, yeah, I mean, that's completely the kid. You left the room and it was over. You walked into the room and it was over.
I remember when your mom stopped showing up.
Yeah, I had to really fight for that.
Who took the most stuff from the set? Who's got swag in their house?
Wait, Dylan, you have the best one.
Yeah, Dylan, do you have the Jeep?
I have the Jeep. Yes, I do. It's among other things I have, including what I'm wearing right now, which is the first shirt that you ever see Styles in on Teen Wolf. So I thought that was really, this one was a special one to me. I wanted to keep it. Also, I love the shirt. It's awesome. Styles had a lot of cool shirts, especially in the first couple seasons. I grabbed a bunch of them, but yeah, it was important for me to take a lot of things from the show. I mean, like, everyone who knows me closely, you know, knows that my heart lies and dies with Teen Wolf. So, I mean, there was no way I was not taking that Jeep. Luckily, there was not exactly a premium on it. They were like, take it. I want there to be a day where, like, I'm just, like, sitting in a light in the Jeep. That would be a fan interaction that I would just cherish. I mean, like, if someone, like, points it out and sees it and notices it, I mean, it'd be so cool to me.
Kelly, what you got over there?
Huh?
What you got?
Oh, my God, amazing.
What are you talking about?
Is there a full moon?
Something in your mouth, I think.
I don't know. I'm going to mute myself. I don't know what you guys are talking about. They look insane. I've not worn them since I'm spitting everywhere. Did I spit on you guys?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, all right. That's what I took. That's it. I wanted the American flag shorts, but I don't know where they went.
I took them.
You got my hair